Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High Gym as we bring you the season finale for Division I girls basketball. The Bulldogs hosting the Little Green of Central. I'm Harry Kozlowski, and Corey Parker will be joining me once he puts his headset on. There you go, very professional. Got it tangled around the table there.
Goodness gracious, I'm a wreck here.
All right, there you are. We were just talking about tournaments. The NHIA has just released the tournament brackets, the open tournaments in all sports. And let's go through what's coming up here. On Monday at 7 o'clock, it's going to be the boys opening round against Central. That'll be here at BHS Gym, correct, Corey?
That is correct. Yep, they're actually playing right now. Bedford leads 29-6 early in the second quarter at Central.
Excellent. And then on Wednesday, March 3rd, at JFK at 2:50 in the afternoon, thereabouts, it'll be the opening round of the boys hockey, and they're going to be at JFK hosting Trinity, right? That's 2:50.
That is correct.
Wednesday.
Yes, although it says 6 p.m. on the website, that's a generic times right now, but it will be a 2:50 puck drop at JFK versus Trinity on Wednesday.
Now, our girls here have earned themselves a bye in their tournament, and they're not playing until a week from tomorrow on the 5th, and they'll be playing the winner of Memorial Central. So this little green team may be back here in 8 days for the opening round or the second round of the playoffs and the first game.
Yes, they actually certainly will be back here, as that Memorial Central game on Tuesday will be here, as we offered to host it because Manchester is not allowing fans in their gymnasium.
Okay.
So Central and Memorial will be playing here on Tuesday, with the winner of that game advancing to Friday night's game versus Bedford here at 7 o'clock.
And how about girls hockey? I haven't looked at that yet. Do we have any information on girls hockey?
We do. So girls hockey is going to Keene to take on the Keene Monadnock Fall Mountain team, and that'll be Tuesday, March 2nd. Again, it says 6 p.m. online, but I'm waiting to hear back from Keene to confirm that game time. But we will be traveling out to Keene for that game. So busy week ahead, as always. Certainly.
Very much so.
Certainly thank the BCTV crew, George, Bill, Colleen, Corey Mutz, Tiger, typically here, and certainly you, Harry, for providing so much coverage this fall and winter, really. And
it's amazing how much love we've been getting from people. Everywhere we go, people say, oh, we've been listening to you. We really appreciate you bringing the games out. And we even get tips.
People always have tips. Fiscal, financial
somebody
tips.
gave us a nice gift certificate to a local restaurant.
That's so well deserved, and local too. No less.
We certainly appreciate that.
Yeah, fun fact: we actually just, in talking with the coach as we cut away for the anthem, we had someone from Istanbul watching the game last week for the girls.
We'll be right back after the anthem. And we're back on, and apologies to our radio listeners. Forgot to shut the music off. Finally did. Now you can hear us talking. Starters on the floor, we've got Emily Hubaz for the Little Green, Lauren Botot, Jalen Johnson, Aaron Fleury, and one more, trying to get the number of. I believe it's Bree Petronero Hamilton.
I like that. That was well said.
Correction, McKenna Schneiderman is our fifth starter. Number 33, not number 23. And on the floor for the Bulldogs, Sydney Grogan, Sophia Mumpini, Isabella King, Lana McCarthy, and Catherine Pennick. Central inbounds, and Fleury takes it in. Gets it over to Botot. She's at the top of the key, now cuts. Back down low for Fleury. She's hemmed in a bit by Grogan. Now a dish inside. Block shot by Pennick. The shot by Schneiderman. Knocked out of bounds by Pennick. It'll be Central ball here.
Central strategy when they defeated Bedford a couple weeks ago, 43-38, was really taking the air out of the ball, long possessions offensively, minimizing Bedford's possessions ultimately, and proved to be a key to victory.
Now Schneiderman with the ball. Long pass across to Fleury. And Grogan's on her. Now inside, back out. Fleury has it again. Now Fleury drives, puts her back to Grogan into the key, turns around, puts a desperation shot up, misses everything, and Pennick gets the rebound for Bedford. So long possession, but nothing to show for it. Now the ball goes back to Grogan, over to the Mumpini. Mumpini to the top of the key, sends it down low to Pennick. Inside.
Pretty cut. Oh.
It was Mumpini with the layup on the give and go, and she couldn't get it to drop. And the rebound goes to Central.
Looked almost like a box in one that set, with the one being on Isabella King.
Now Schneiderman in the top corner, over to Fleury. Back down low to Johnson. Now Botot. And Hubaz gives it back to Schneiderman. Pass to the corner to Botot. And a steal. Isabella King drives into two Central players, loses the ball in the process, and here they come back the other way. Little Green into Bedford territory, and now Grogan tries to pick a pocket, but she can't do it. Then a dish off to Hubaz, who hits the three, and the Little Green are up 3-0.
Nice inside-out action there. Post feed, draw the defender, kick back out for Hubaz. The open three look.
Now Grogan quarterbacking the offense here. Pennick over to Mumpini, drives, pulls up, gets it into the corner to Grogan, who sends it back out to Mumpini. She takes a shot from the foul line. It's off the mark, but Bedford with the rebound. Grogan drives to the bucket. The layup, good. Sydney Grogan off the backboard makes it 3-2 Central. And now Fleury drives to the bucket, puts it up too hard. Lana McCarthy had the rebound, but then Botot reached in, and the jump ball was called. Possession arrow goes to the Bulldogs. Inbound. Mumpini back to Grogan. 5:24 to go here. It's 3-2 Central. Now Pennick over to Grogan. Takes a 15-footer jumper. No good. Bedford with the rebound, though. Isabella King. And now Mumpini from the corner for three. She nails it.
Yeah, this should be a fun matchup. Fleury, a Division I recruit going to Syracuse for soccer, is face guarding Isabella King, which is prompting a box defensively, which is a really difficult defense to run when you got good spacing and shooting like Bedford does.
Now Johnson has her pass tip. Ball's loose, picked up there by Botot. Schneiderman gets it to Fleury, and we've got a call here. What is that, a foul away from the ball?
Traveling.
A travel, thank you.
Yep.
So a turnover by the Little Green at 4:43 to play. Bedford up 5-3 here. Grogan takes it over the midcourt. Now Mumpini, double team, pass inside, pushed away, and there's going to be a reach-in foul here. I believe that's going to be on Fleury.
Yep, Fleury trying to tip that pass, went through the body a little bit for some contact on the flash cut from King.
So a non-shooting foul. Mumpini will inbound. Gets it to Pennick. Up to the top to Grogan. Back to Pennick. Now Grogan at the three-point line. She decides to take it back. Long pass to Pennick, who takes a 10-footer. It's good.
Skip. Real nice skip pass by Grogan right there. Court awareness, finding the open gap. Pennick ready to shoot. Really nice possession.
7-3 Bedford. 4:19 to play in the first. And Pennick breaks up that pass, goes out of bounds, but it goes off the hand of Botot. It's going to be Bedford ball.
Yeah, you got to think Coach Gibbs and the Bedford squad are happy right now as Mike Winters, Central's coach, calls a 30-second timeout. Certainly the possessions and the touches for Bedford so far, I would imagine, is much better off than 2 weeks ago in the Queen City playing this game. So some great scoring opportunities early for Bedford.
So I've got a question. Are you a Bulldogs fan? If you are, why not consider becoming a member of the Bedford Athletic Booster Club? Membership drive is going on now. Members of the club help out, making these student athletes be their best. Learn more at bbabc.net. That's bbabc.net. And if you're a local business, there are sponsorship opportunities available as well at bbabc.net. Check it out. Back to the action, inbound to Grogan. She brings it in for the Bulldogs. They're up by 4 right now. Lana McCarthy back to Grogan. Now Pennick in the corner.
Flash cut there by Bumpini. Just missed her.
Long pass by McCarthy inside. Decides to pass it out. Now they send it back out to Pennick, who takes another 10-footer and nails that one. 4 points for Pennick here. 9-3 lead for the Bulldogs. Here's a drive to the bucket by Johnson. She gets out. They're going to say she traveled on her way to the basket. Another turnover here for the Little Green.
Yeah, it was a tricky one there because the contact comes right after the step. So it's 50-50 from the eyesight of what came first, but favor of Bedford on that play.
Now McCarthy sends it outside to Mumpini. Back to Grogan, to Pennick. Grogan with it again. At the foul line for McCarthy. She decides to take a bounce, but then passes it out. Driving inside is Mumpini, who drops one in from about 8 feet away.
Really good balance control by Sophia there, holding their ground. Defender fall away with the easy 3-footer.
Now Central, Hobaz out to Schneiderman. She pulls back, looking to reset the offense for the Central Little Green. Into the corner. Pass is intercepted there by Isabella King. Here comes Bedford the other way. We've got Mumpini breaking. She pulls on the brakes, finds Pennick on the other side, and she puts it in. Timeout
Central. Really strong 5 minutes of play here for Bedford, taking advantage of every opportunity, finding the extra man, and making the extra pass for the easy bucket.
Bulldogs are on a 13-0 run here after trailing 3-0. 2:48 to go here in the first quarter. And no question that Central decided to spend a timeout here, just kind of slow things down a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the right play. Obviously, calling 2 timeouts early is not an ideal setting for a game. But while we do have a quick moment, I'd like to take a moment and congratulate our men's and women's swimming programs as they both captured the Division I state championship this past Saturday in convincing fashion. On the girls' side, 236 to 103 over BG. On the boys' side, 158 to 134. A lot of qualifiers this year. And what really was, like everything, kind of a crazy year. We did not have any team meets against any other schools, just intra-squad matches with qualifying times. And kudos to the boys and girls and first-year coach Annie DeWitt. Just did a stellar performance at a state meet, which, again, was only Bedford kids and Portsmouth kids swimming in the pool at the time. So it lacked the flair and the excitement of a typical state meet at UNH. But nonetheless, kudos to those teams for coming out on top.
Yeah, it's really special that they're able to get any kind of season in this year. So ball's inbounded, and Fleury brings it in for the Central Little Green. She gets around Grogan, put the shot up, kind of wild, misses everything. A rebound attempt there by King. It looked like it was kicked by Fleury, but it must have hit King on the way out. They're going to keep the ball with the Little Green. And Johnson inbounds to Schneiderman. Kazajanski's in the game now, by the way, for Bedford, and we get a turnover here. Bedford takes over. Kazajanski into Grogan. Pass down to Mumpini. Drives to the top of the key. Sends it to Pennick. Now Kazajanski. Grogan just outside the three-point arc. And now Isabella King drives inside and draws a foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Nice take there again. Bedford just doing a really good job moving without the basketball, finding the gaps, and their teammates looking to make the extra pass for the easy shot, as that was the case for King there.
Yeah, Isabella King, no points yet. This is her first opportunity to add to that ledger. And the first shot is perfect. Isabella, of course, just recently broke the 1,000-point mark in her Bedford career.
Great to see Marina Braga back out on the floor for the Bulldogs. She's been out the last couple of weeks.
Second shot is good for King. That gives her 2 for 2. 15-3, 15-0 run continues here for the Bulldogs. And Hubaz gets it to Schneiderman, who leaves it for Jalen Johnson. Back down low to Schneiderman. Hubaz decides to drive to the basket. Underhanded layup just misses. Rebound there by Kazajanski. She gives it to Grogan, who kicks it up to Braga. Marina Braga has it taken away from her. Now Jalen Johnson goes to the basket. She gets knocked over, no call. Rebound goes back to Central. Schneiderman kicks it outside. Here's a chance for three, no good. And King picks that up. That three attempt was by Emily Hubaz. Just a little bit off the mark, and King was able to make the rebound. Ball's inbounded to Grogan. Marina Braga drives to the foul line. Now kicks it back out to Kazajanski. Grogan takes a long two, and goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off a Bedford player, so the ball goes to Central.
While we have a moment, best of luck to JV Boys Hockey, taking on PG in the JV Championships tomorrow night at 7:10 at Tri-Town. Unbeknownst to BCTV, but we will be streaming that game. Hopefully we can get it on the BCTV channels as well. But it definitely will be on the YouTube page.
Now here's a chance taken away there. Jalen Johnson got herself in a little bit of trouble deep. Double team caused her to lose the ball. Now Bedford comes back. Pennick inside to Braga. Ball comes loose. Now Grogan gets it back. Kazajanski driving. Turns around. Layup. Misses. Tries to get the rebound. But instead, it's Slurry comes away with it. Leads up to Hubaz. And she breaks the drought for the Little Green. She's got all 5 points. It's now 15-5 Bedford with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Nice transitional offense there off the rebound. Hubaz running the floor, and Slurry doing a nice job looking up and seeing it.
Braga trying to find a outlet. Instead, it's taken away by Central. Long pass outlet to Hubaz. It's too far for her. She couldn't catch up to it. So the ball will go back to Bedford with about 14.6 seconds to go. Quick inbound. Grogan taking her time here. She's under 10. McDonald with the ball. Takes the three. Bounces. No good. Hits a Central player. I believe it's going to stay with Bedford here with just 0.7 seconds to go.
Hey, look for a bang-bang play here. Someone coming off a double screen, perhaps, for a quick shot. Yeah.
And the pass inside is broken up by Fleury, and that's going to end the quarter. A solid one for the Bulldogs. Central got the first and last points. Bedford got the 15 in between.
Yeah, Central did a better job after that full timeout by Coach Winters to kind of clog the middle, make the offense a little more difficult for Bedford and clog some passing lanes up. But all in all, with 15 points in the quarter, it's only scoring 38 at Central 2 weeks ago. You got to feel confident that the confidence level is high for the girls right now.
And we're just waiting for the second period to begin.
Program and note, boys basketball at Central this evening at halftime, although it was a few minutes ago. We're leading as soon as my phone can update itself here. 32-14 at halftime.
Good to hear, especially since they'll be facing off against that same Central team in the opening round of the tournament on Monday.
Yeah, a little unique this year. Obviously, with the regular season, I would never use the term doesn't matter because on any given day, everyone's competing to win. But being able to play the same team, knowing you're playing them ultimately in win or go home situation next Monday presents, I'm sure, some challenges for both teams. But nonetheless, competing and playing, to your point earlier, in this year, kids are grateful, coaches are grateful, officials are grateful to be out there competing, that's for sure.
Central with possession to start the second quarter. And Raina Barton is in now for the Little Green. There's Schneiderman. Still with the ball. Gets a pick there from Barton. Pass inside is broken up and intercepted by Pennick. And she gives it to Grogan. for the Bulldogs. Pennick inside.
Nice
No, it's Lana
steal.
McCarthy. Her layup is no good. Pennick gets the rebound, puts it up, and gets it in. 8 points for Catherine Pennick. A big night for her.
Pennick just showing her arm length right there, getting it on one side of the block, going all the way to the other without dribbling and being able to lay it in. Separate herself from the defender. Really nice job.
Now Hubaz into the corner for Schneiderman. Got Lana McCarthy on her. Schneiderman drops it off for Hubaz. She gets double teamed. Just a little trouble there. Now Fleury. Central keeping everything on the outside. Now here's a pass inside. Now back out. This is Imam's three. No good. And the loose ball goes off of Pennick, so it'll stay with Central. Riham Imam in the game now, number 15 for the Little Green. And Hubaz gets the ball inbounds to Fleury. Hubaz. Barton drives to the basket, runs into Lana McCarthy, loses the ball. Bedford's right there. Pennick with the takeaway. Pass inside for McCarthy, goes off her hands. It's going to be a turnover for Bedford.
Yeah, textbook defense right there by McCarthy. Holds her ground, doesn't come down with the arms, straight up, plenty of size to take care of that shot, deflected, and that's rare for a freshman, no less, to have that discipline to do it the right way.
Now Bedford, Fleury goes into the corner with McCarthy on her. Pass inside for Schneiderman. Ball rims out. Bedford with the rebound. Grogan takes it down into Central territory. Pass inside for McCarthy. She puts the ball down once, bounces it off the backboard and in. 19-5 is the Bedford lead right now, coming up on the 6-minute mark in the half.
Great balance right there by the big. Under control, right off the glass.
Now Fleury gets all the way under the basket, gives the ball to Barton, who puts up a weak shot, misses everything. Fleury gets the ball back, then falls down, and they're going to say it's a turnover. It looked like she was knocked down there.
Yeah, hard to say.
No call there.
I know there was almost a jump ball scenario there, and I think that
maybe somebody stepped on her foot.
Perhaps. Inadvertent, I'm sure, so probably a good no call.
Under 6 to play here in the half. Grogan for Bedford. McCarthy goes into the key, dishes it out to Mompini, who brings it back outside the three-point line. Leaves it there for Pennick. Now Grogan waits, drives, puts up a shot that gets blocked by Imam, out of bounds. It'll stay with Bedford. Good defensive play there by Riham Imam.
Yeah, Imam doing a nice job recovering on that play.
Now the pass inside to McCarthy up high. She does the hook, and it's good.
Boy, that is difficult to guard right there.
Little Lou Alcindor sky hook.
Yeah, better that's a white jersey than a green one.
Now Central comes back. Fleury, pass over to Barton. Drives to the basket and
travel.
Going to call a travel here. Lana McCarthy was able to block that shot too, although that came after the travel.
But really, I mean, McCarthy, although she didn't technically make an impact on that play, by being there, being in help side with her size, forced the Central player to take that extra step. So we got a second foul on Fleury.
Yeah, a little attempt on putting some pressure there on the inbound, covering King, but made contact with her when the ball was inbounded. So it's the third team foul on the Little Green. No team fouls at all on Bedford so far. Grogan gets it to Pennick. Pennick goes to the foul line, puts a shot up, bounces out. Mompini with the rebound, looking for an outlet pass. She gets it right back to Pennick. Now Grogan, watched by Imam. Now Isabella King to Grogan. Sends it all the way into the corner for Pennick. Too high, goes off her hand and out of bounds. It'll be Central's ball.
Nice idea there, and certainly when they're in a zone, you want to stretch the court, but better off taking 2 dribbles to her left and then make a shorter pass there.
Fleury drives to the basket, puts it off the glass, and good. That's her first 2 points of the game. 21-7, 14-point lead here for the Bulldogs.
Boy, that's just hard to guard.
Mompini finds Lana McCarthy inside. She puts it off the glass.
Granted, she's got about 8 inches on that situation. She's working before the ball is even delivered. She's already got positioning the defender to her advantage and then making the easy pass to her.
And a nice play there by Jalen Johnson driving to the basket, putting it off the glass. We get a timeout here by Central.
That That was actually Bedford timeout.
Bedford timeout. Okay, they corrected it on the scoreboard. So here we go. 23-9 is the score. 4:09 remaining here in the second period.
Yeah, Coach Gibbs certainly just wants to remind them defensively there to be in help side, to be able to slide with the ball. It's one thing for the person with the guarding the ball to get beat, but when you don't have a white shirt close enough to help with that, which honestly has been their strong point for most of this game, but the last two possessions is something he definitely wants to remind them on and correct here. Nonetheless, offensively, I mean, going inside to McCarthy is definitely going to be something I think Central's going to really struggle with right now, as the height advantage is just significant.
With Bedford staying with their starting lineup here. That's Isabella King to Grogan. McCarthy comes back out, provide a screen there. Now Pennick to McCarthy. Top of the key, back to Mumpini. She gets it inside. Now dish out and back to Pennick. Her shot from the side, no good. Fleury picks up the rebound and brings it out. Inside pass intercepted. That was intended for Botat. Turnover there by the Little Green. Now here comes Mumpini with a 3 attempt. That's off the mark. Still bouncing around, and Imam comes up with the loose ball. Imam up the sideline, driving. Finds Johnson in the corner for 3.
Wow. Catch and release. Great job by Johnson right there.
So
catch it in rhythm and go right up.
Quick 5 points there for Jalen Johnson. As we approach the 3-minute mark, it's now 23-12 Bedford. Pass there a little too far for Grogan to handle. Goes off her hands and out of bounds. And another turnover here for the Bulldogs. Now 3:03 to go. Imam comes out. And looking here, we've got Hubaz back in the game for Central. There's a pick play, not able to spring Johnson. And a pass inside. It was intended for Botat, and it's taken away. Now here comes Bedford. Short jumper, rims out there by Mumpini, saved by Central, and now taken away again by Mumpini, although she couldn't keep her hands on it, went out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Little Green here with 2:33 to go in a half. Now we get some substitutions. Ava Dubois in. Mumpini takes a seat for Bedford. Here's a drive to the basket by Fleury. Misses everything. Rebound there by Bedford. And the contact there by Johnson on Grogan. That's going to be the 4th team foul. Non-shooting foul.
Yeah, not a terrible foul by Johnson there, as Bedford did have numbers and looking to advance that ball possibly for a layup. So I think they'll take that individual team foul.
So Grogan, Pennick with the pick. Sends it inside to Pennick. Give and go.
And
good. And an and one right there.
Pretty give and go from Grogan.
And that's her 10th point with a chance to make it 11 here, 25-12. The shot off the mark.
A little ambitious there by King with the reach over.
So that's the first foul on Bedford, team foul. And Central takes over here. Fleury over midcourt. Grogan on her. Goes deep into the corner. Now dishes it back out to Hobaz. Hobaz takes it to the other sideline.
Bedford doing a nice job switching these screens seamlessly.
Now Johnson driving. Dishes over to Hobaz and it went off her hands and out of bounds. On the inbound, Dubois to Grogan. 1:45 to play here in the half. Pennick with it. She's got Schneiderman on her. Grogan inside to Lana McCarthy off the glass and in. Bedford 8 points for McCarthy.
Yeah, Bedford really taking advantage of the no help side defense by Central right there, and the pick and roll with Grogan and McCarthy running it like cone drill.
Johnson with a great drive, but just put it up too hard off the glass. Couldn't get it to drop, and now Bedford the other way in a quick transition. Pennick puts it in. And that's 12 points on the half for Pennock. She leads the way.
Sydney Grogan just doing a fabulous job finding the open players right now, making great passes for easy shots.
Jalen Johnson in the corner, now up to Hotat. The Hubaz, I'm sorry. Hobaz, Pennock on her. Now Botat tries to do the hook and instead draws a foul with 50.6 seconds to go here. She'll have a chance for two. And that one too hard.
Still can't get used to that silence in a gym. Certainly COVID making it a unique year, no less.
Lana McCarthy to the bench and Emma Kazajanski in for her. The second try here is short. Rebound goes to Fleury, who puts up the rebound. Oh, and that just rims out. Thought that was on its way in. Grogan gets the rebound to Ava Dubois. She's got two on her. Goes to the key and a travel. I'm not sure who traveled.
Yeah, I think that was on Ava.
Flazo?
No, I think that was on Dubois before she released the ball. She kind of just shuttle stepped to the left.
So now 36 seconds to go here in the half. Central with an opportunity here for the last shot. Fleury takes it all the way to the baseline. Now kicks it back out to Johnson. Over to Hobaz. Hobaz down the sideline, runs out of real estate. Pass to Fleury. She almost lost it to Kazajanski. Dribble, stop, sends it to Schneiderman. Over to the foul line. Here's a chance for Central by Botat, and she couldn't get that to drop. 1 second to go here. Half-court attempt by Grogan falls short, but that's going to do it for the half. Terrific period here for the Bulldogs, or terrific half, I should say. 29-12. Big lead, big 17-point lead here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bedford is doing a really good job offensively. Obviously, holding out of any opponent to 12 points in 16 minutes of action is really well done. But offensively, really just taking high percentage shots. Be curious to see the shot chart right now, as I can't remember one inadvertent jump shot that the team took. Really trying to make the extra pass, being unselfish, and really just doing everything they can to high percentage shots. And it's showing, obviously, with 29 points in the first half.
And scoring so far, Sophia Mumpini with 5, Sydney Grogan with 2, Catherine Pennock leading all scorers with 12, and Lana McCarthy right behind her with 8 points. Isabella King has only 2 in this game, rather unusual for her at being that low in a half. But I think they're really focusing on her a lot. They're not giving her any room to operate. On the Central side, Emily Hobaz with 5, same with Jalen Johnson and Aaron Fleury with 2 in the game. So that's the half. That's the scoring. We've got about 7 minutes to go before second half begins. We're going to take a break on the radio side. We'll be right back with more action for you. It's 29-12, Bedford leads Central. You're watching and listening to Bedford basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
Yeah. We're live though. We're gonna be live. Cool. Plug in. Just wait till we got though.
Back on.
Check.
So, Corey's completely in front of you. You gotta come around.
This
he wants you to go stand right there. That way there's an angle between us.
Perfect. Rock and roll.
George here for BCTV and Bedford Community Corner. We are here at the game for Bedford versus Central with Athletic Director Corey Parker. Corey, tell us about some of the challenges that you faced this year with the pandemic and with BCTV helping you cover the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Fitting to do this at a game, as I feel like you guys have been a second family both ways, you and me and you, as you guys have been fabulous covering a lot of our events. Certainly with the unfortunate March and spring sports season shutting down, we made a conscious effort to provide everything we could this fall for our kids in a safe manner. And you have been a huge part of that process. Teaming up, we've streamed every single home event live for our community, reaching all the way to 13 or 14 different countries of people watching it on Facebook or YouTube, or certainly local on BCTV 23 and 1072. But yeah, it's been a monumental effort with all our athletic directors, certainly our coaches, and our student athletes, bar none, have been unbelievable with every challenge we've given them. And at our fall banquets, which were socially distanced individual teams in the theater, I praised them for that. In 15 years of being an athletic director, I've never experienced anything like this. And it's been the most impressive part of being an AD. I've been fortunate to see a lot of state championship teams and how our students, and really all student athletes, have just persevered through this, dealt with it, embraced it, made the best of their scenario, is really something to commend a lot of them. And it's a tough time for everybody. And some of our student athletes are really kind of teaching the teachers and the coaches the best attitude to have through this, no question.
And we have the remainder of the seasons. I know the playoffs are coming up. And remember, you can watch all the games at bedfordtv.com, also on our Facebook, and also on Bedford 1051. Tell us, what is the playoff picture looking like right now?
Yeah, so it's going to get busy starting Monday. I'm not sure when this will go air. Obviously, it's live right now, which I'm sure people appreciate it. But Monday, the 1st, is when this all kicks off, with boys basketball on Monday, girls basketball on Thursday, girls hockey on Tuesday, boys hockey on Wednesday, and then hopefully into the following week, which means we're winning those games. And so the more you see, hopefully hear someone else, as I know I'm not the soup du jour for many in town, but nonetheless, hopefully the more games that we're covering, that means our teams are advancing through the tournaments, and some tournaments have finished. Alpine ski fortunately finished a week ago. Our boys and girls team will be hanging another banner. Both of them took home that state championship. Gymnastics had a great state meet, finished 4th overall, and swim and dive most recently just captured 1st place on the boys and the girls side last weekend. So I'd be kidding if I didn't tell you there's a certain level of relief driving home from those state meets, knowing we've finished another season. And hopefully basketball and hockey has 2 more weeks, and we can celebrate that driving home from those state championship games.
Excellent. Well, remember, you can watch all the games at bedfordtv.com. Make sure you check out our Facebook, our Go Bulldogs on Facebook, in the Corey Parker Athletic Director page. And we just want to thank everybody for your support. And thank you so much, Corey. We're so glad to help you. And I know we're going to show a highlight on Bedford Community Corner of Isabella King with her 1,000 points. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, last time in the gym, certainly we were able to celebrate that. And again, before we go, just special thanks to Bill Jennings, George Cox, Harry Kozlowski, Corey Mutson-Tiger, Colleen Richardson. The list goes on and on. Jason Bergeron, Steve Tempesta, Lauren Fox. I mean, there's just so many great people in town. And as a community, we are very fortunate to have such not only great volunteers, but really talented people that want to connect, want to engage, and show what it means to for Bedford athletes to showcase their skills. More on TV than in the stands this year, but nonetheless, we're fortunate for you guys. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Here's the funny thing about it, right? I get the call after you took off, and Aaron took off. Probably thought, can I talk to you? She never knew she was in the name. She was in a bad mood. I think she was.
Check.
Corey, did we go out again here?
Yep, we're live. Oh, did you end us?
Black, no.
Why is it
Second
doing
half
that?
action about to begin here at Bedford. Are making things happen on both ends of the court here, defensively and offensively. Catherine Pennick, leading scorer for everybody. She's got 6 buckets, 12 points. They will be facing the winner of either Central or Memorial in the second round of the playoffs. Bulldog girls enjoying a bye opening round based on their terrific season so far.
Yeah, normally only 16 teams make the tournament with such a unique year and many teams not playing each other or a lot of opponents. It's an open tournament concept, and that's why there's that play-in round. It's not at University of Dayton like most play-in rounds you think of an NCAA tournament, but
no, it'll be here.
It will be here.
As you mentioned, the Central Memorial game will be played right here in Bedford High Gymnasium, so we'll welcome their fans here. Now, off the inbound, Grogan with it. Watched there by Johnson, loses the ball momentarily. They're going to say Grogan was the one who sent it over the line, so it's an over and back.
Yep. Correct call there, as Grogan was the one that batted it towards the back court, although she didn't have possession.
By Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, great first defensive possession for Central.
So Johnson inbounds it, and Fleury with it. Grogan on her. She drives to the corner, gets to the baseline, double teamed. Finds Hobaz in the corner, kicks it out to Botot. Back on top to Jalen Johnson. Contact there with Isabella King, but she gets around him. Now sends it outside to Fleury for 2. Rims out, no good. Schneiderman gets the rebound, goes to the basket, and scores.
Yeah, C kind of parted there.
Yeah.
C parted as her man wasn't there, and unfortunately the 2 Bedford players left to find theirs for the easy bucket. Oh, great
pass inside to McCarthy. She decides to dish it to Pennick, who keeps adding to her score. She's got 14 points on the night.
Again, another assist on the shot. That's got to be at least 12 or 13 team assists tonight.
Johnson's 3 is an air ball, goes out of bounds. Bedford will take it right back here. 6:52 to play here in the third. And the ball's inbounded to Grogan, who's been, I think she's played the entire game so far, that point guard position. Now, Mumpini has been in there almost as long. She has it. Pennick, back to Grogan. Drives to the side, now sends it to McCarthy. She decides to take a step, and it gets waved off because the official says she traveled. Not so sure about that.
Either way, pretty move nonetheless, although turnover was never welcomed. Her balance there was really, really something.
Penetration dribble there by Fleury, almost stolen away by Mumpini. Instead, she gets over to Johnson who brings it back to the top. Johnson resets. And what is the call here? 5-second call?
Interesting. I guess the official ruled that Sophia Mumpini was within an arm's reach, which would have started the count for advancement of possession.
So another turnover there by Central. Lana McCarthy with the pick, gets the ball a little behind her, couldn't control it, goes out of bounds. Central gets the ball right back here. 6 minutes to go. 31-14 lead for the Bulldogs. Jalen Johnson into the Bedford end. Loses it momentarily, gets it back. King on her. Tries to dish it off to Botot, and it gets knocked out by a Bedford player. So Central retains possession. Botot wide open, gets the inbound. Pennick on her, dishes it out to Fleury. Now Johnson for a long 3, hits the far rim. Isabella King with the rebound. Pass up to Mumpini. She waits for her teammates to catch up. Grogan, quarterbacking this offense. Over to King, at the top of the key. She pulls up. Down low to Pennick. Gets it inside to McCarthy. Then she gives it to Mumpini. Too hard, bounces out. Central with the rebound. Fleury driving. Still with it to the bucket. And off the glass, no good. But she gets her own rebound back. Sends it over to Johnson. Now Hobaz takes a shot. That was off the mark. Fleury gets it again. Another offensive rebound. Now we get a foul call. We'll see who that was called on. Could be a number of Bedford players.
Can give that one to Pennick on the reach in on the rebound.
That's her first foul. So Central will inbound. Johnson under her basket. The officials communicating something with the Central bench. Hobaz on the rebound. Now Aaron Fleury.
Good
Over
help,
to Botad.
Sydney.
Good
Ooh,
cut
really
on the
good move.
baseline. She puts it off the glass and in.
Yeah, Grogan did a great job getting position, but Hobart did a nice job of Euro stepping around her there and finishing the play.
Now here's Pennick inside to McCarthy, and she got fouled. You can tell Botad got a hand on her, stopped her from getting the ball up the glass, so she'll go to the line for 2. McCarthy with 8 points for the night. First shot too hard, bounces out. She'll get another crack at it. And the second attempt coming up. And that gets a positive roll and goes in. 32-16, Bulldogs doubling up Central. There's a pass to Schneiderman. She leaves it there for Fleury. Pass deflected to Johnson. She puts a weak layup, not far enough. Bedford takes over. Now King leaves it there for Mumpini. Grogan, now Pennick and McCarthy. Quick ball movement here by Bedford. She gets it back out to Pennick. A little trouble handling that. Now she gets it out to Grogan and Bedford resets. Pennick inside to McCarthy. She finds Mumpini open for a short jumper. That's good.
That's tough to beat. You try to collapse the double on, and McCarthy feels it right away, finds the open man for the easy jumper.
That's 7 points for Mumpini on the night. And we get a reach-in foul here by Grogan on Aaron Fleury. And now we get some wholesale changes. King and Mumpini are out, and coming in is Sydney Suazo. And waiting for the number to turn around there, Devlin McDonald.
Nope, that's actually Sophia Lagulan.
23?
23.
Oh, Lagulan,
yep.
Thank you. Sophia Lagulan in the game now. So Hobaz here for Central. Drives to the baseline. Dishes it to Fleury. Goes through her legs. And then recovered by Central's Johnson, who decides to reset the offense here. 3:35 to go in the third. Johnson now driving. Pass inside for Fleury is broken up by Bedford. Goes out of bounds. That was Grogan again.
Yeah, Grogan moving the ball. Really good job. Help side defense being able to deflect that one away.
Johnson inbounds to Schneiderman. Fleury decides to take a set three. She hits it. And that gives her 5 points on the night.
Fleury in a sound decision there. Not one to drive on McCarthy. McCarthy gave her a couple extra steps, and the senior hit the three.
Pennick with a long two. Bounces and goes in. Looked like it was going to rim out, but drops anyway. 16 points for Pennick. Another long three attempt there by Fleury. No good.
Ooh.
Rebound attempt and a collision on the floor between Pennick and Fleury. And what's the call here? They're going to say a foul?
Yeah, it was a foul on Central going up for that rebound. Coming behind, hitting Pennick. Fortunately, all girls got up okay on that play. Seemed unscathed.
Jalen Johnson called for the foul. That's her second. Now Pennick for Bedford. Waits. Dribbles to the foul line. Leaves it there for Grogan. Grogan pass inside to McCarthy. Wasn't able to recover it, but she kicked it over to Mumpini. Ball loose again.
You knew that was going in.
Suazo was able to get the loose ball and put it in on a short 5-foot jumper.
Yeah,
her first 2 points, and it's 38-19.
Where that ball bounced around, you knew it was going to go in Bedford's favor. Central did everything they could to get it, but to no avail.
Rainia Barton in the game for Central. Ball goes to Fleury. She's been in there the whole game. Now Schneiderman puts up a kind of a underhanded layup that misses everything, goes out of bounds. It'll go to Bedford. Marina Braga in the game now. McCarthy comes out, so does Grogan, finally gets a rest. And Inbound to Sydney Suazo, playing that point guard role here for the Bulldogs now. Pennick leaves it there for Kasajanski. She drives to the bucket, off the glass, and rims out. Rebound there by Marina Braga, and they're going to say she stepped on the baseline. It's going to be Central ball.
I actually think they had a jump there with her and Fleury, with Central having possession. Yeah, that appears to be the case.
Okay, they changed the possession arrows now in Bedford's favor. Here comes Johnson. She drives all the way around and does an around the world. Comes right back out top. Tries it again, heading for the baseline, pulls up, leaves it there for Imam. Imam from the foul line, and it's good for 2. That's the first 2 points there for Riham Imam for Central. 38-21 now. Bedford leads. Here's a long 3. Shot by Sophia Lagulan.
Yep.
Rebounded by Central, and a foul on the rebound, I believe, to Pennick.
I think they got Lagulan with that one.
23, you're right. They went to Lagulan.
Yep. She came in for the rebound, just
That's her
unfortunate
first
bump.
foul. And now Central's got 1:18 to work with here in the third.
And normally they won't call that bump unless it results in the player falling down, at which point it's going to either be a travel or a foul, much like that play.
Right, and I think Braga got that call. I think she tripped up Fleury.
Fleury going through the middle, yep.
Now Pennick comes out of the game. Another substitution here. Inbound to Imam. Fleury. She's got Suazo on her. Now Kazajanski pass inside to Fleury. She decides to pull out here for more room.
Bedford switching those screens really well.
Now kind of a wild shot there, and Marina Braga with the rebound. Bedford breaks the other way. Ball's kicked out of bounds there by that number
I think that was on 14 Johnson.
That's Johnson. Okay, so he went off of her. So the ball will stay with the Bulldogs with 42.4 seconds to go here in the third, and a timeout called.
Yeah, Bedford called that timeout. Coach Gibbs drawn up to play for the inbound. You know, we alluded to it at halftime when you're running the scores. And what's a really impressive thing, actually, go ahead and read that.
I was going to do the thing for Bedford's
Absolutely, that's way
club.
more important.
Membership drive is on now for the Bedford Athletic Booster Club. If you want to know about the activities of the Booster Club and how you can get involved, go to bbabc.net, especially if you are a business looking for a sponsorship opportunity. There are those available, and they would definitely appreciate it. bbabc.net is where to go.
What I was going to say was what's really impressive is Isabella King, who's been base guard the whole game, which normally you try to take the player out, and Fleury's a really strong defender. What's impressive is she's only taken one shot attempt. And a lot of the time, these scenarios with the arguably the best player in the state, certainly on our team, you see players try to look for those shots, try to force a couple shots up. And kudos to her for keeping her composure, letting her teammates do it, and ultimately taking Central's best defender out of the game defensively, which is, you know, obviously been Bedford's game.
Now inbounds. Marina Braga under her basket, gets it inside to her sister Christina Braga, who drives to the basket, puts it up too hard off the glass. Rebound by Central, and Fleury drives, dishes it out to Imam. Gives it to Schneiderman. Back out to Johnson outside the three-point line, goes to the baseline. Loses the handle momentarily, now gets it back. Cross-court pass to Fleury for three, no good. And Sophia Lagulan with the rebound there. Sydney Suazo being double-teamed now, loses the ball, turnover. Fleury gets it, and she's going to draw a foul right at the buzzer. Just before the buzzer went off, Marina Braga is going to be called for that.
Yeah, I think that foul is going to stand as the whistle was before the horn. Really good job by Fleury right there. Pressuring Suazo all the way up the court, ultimately getting the turnover, driving in time before the buzzer. And, you know, Braga ultimately making her work for it here with these two free throw attempts.
So 38-21 with no time left, although these final two attempts here will add to that, make that 23 for Central. And that is the third point there for Fleury. And the second attempt is no good. So 3 points on the night for Aaron Fleury. Another 8 minutes to go before we're finished. And Corey, are you looking up some of the scores?
We're working on it, but I have not got a response from the coach yet. But we'll be sure to get you a score of the boys' game as soon as it comes live to my phone. Hopefully you like the Bulldogs' chances there. They were big. They're up 21-2 in the first, and then 18 at halftime. So hopefully they can prevail there, which, although the game doesn't matter, again, for the records, beating the team twice, certainly 3 days in advance, if it can be win, can help your confidence level and maybe hurt theirs. So hopefully it's a good night for Bedford, traveling back on the bus right now, and we will welcome those teams here on Monday, again, at 7 p.m. in the first round of the playoffs.
That's right, and we will be here, Bedford 105.1 and BCTV, to bring you that action. As well as Wednesday afternoon, we'll be at JFK for the hockey opening round with Bedford hosting Trinity. And then 8 days from tonight, next Friday, we'll be here for the opening round, or at least the second round game, the first one for the girls team, take on the winner of Central and Memorial.
Yeah, big takeaway right now. Obviously up 16. Bedford's got to feel confident in this game, but to finish just as strong as they started. Most likely you're going to see some rotations of players that maybe we didn't see in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing, Coach Gibbs is giving everybody on the bench a chance to get some playing time. And Lagulon inbounds to Sydney Suazo, being watched by Imam. Christina Braga. She's got Barton on her. Pulls up.
Good flash cut by Ava Dubois. Oh, great defensive play.
Yeah, the dish to Dubois to the basket. She lost control of it momentarily, but there looks like there'll be a foul on Bedford. It's going to go on Lagulon, her second. And the ball inbounded now by Central. Fleury. Lagulon was watching her. Now Barton turns around, takes a weak shot. Neva Dubois is able to get the rebound. It's pulled loose, and now pulled loose again on the floor. And Dubois finally picks up the ball. Here's Lagulon's shot, a little too short. Rims out and goes out of bounds. It'll be Central's ball.
Bedford will take that shot, though. Sophia did a really good job stepping into that, caught it, and went right up for the shot. That's confidence that you want to see with any player.
Central Fleury into the offensive end. Lagulon watching her. Pass over to Hobaz. Botot to Barton. Back out to Fleury. Looking for a cutter. Now decides to take it to the bucket herself. Backing her way in. Now dishes it out to Botot. I believe that was 13, right?
Yeah, the kiss off the glass there for 2.
And that gives her 5 points on the night.
Oh, goodness.
Now bad pass. Thrown right back in to play, and Central gets it. Wow. They find Hobaz under the basket. She puts up a wild shot. No good. Now Sydney Suazo come bringing it back here for Bedford. Over to Kazajanski. Pass inside, broken up by Barton, and Imam picks up the loose ball. Imam over to Fleury. Fakes. Cuts the baseline. Sends it to Botot. Botot's shot off the rim. Rebound there by Barton is good, but it's waved off. We'll see what the call is here. It looks like a foul.
Yeah, I think we got a foul on number 10 of Central.
On Barton, Rainia Barton.
A little early on the box out before the shot went up there as Christina Braga kind of went across the lane.
So 38-24 right now. Bedford's been up the entire game. David Dubois on the baseline. Gets it to Christina Braga. She loses the handle, and here comes Botot the other way. She's got Imam with her. Imam couldn't control the pass. Now decides to bring it back out to reset. Loses the handle again.
Yeah, that one
goes out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul here on Dubois.
Yeah, Ava definitely reached in a little much there in the third attempt, and love the pressure. Just got to be able to keep her body off the defenders.
So they're going to put her on the foul line as as Bedford has put Central into the bonus here. Both teams are actually, no, that can't be right. Right, one team in the bonus. Central is. Imam's first foul shot is no good. The 1-and-1. Rebound is tied up, and it's going to stay with Central on the possession arrow. So Hobaz is going to bring it back in. It's intercepted right there. Emma Kazajansky got the hand in there, intended for Fleury. Lumpini brings it up. Weak shot there, misses everything by Suazo. It hits the baseline out of bounds. Central gets the ball back here with 5:24 to go. Fleury driving to the basket, triple team now, and loses the handle. Oh, and Veva Dubois goes down hard, trying to pull. No, actually, that was Kazajansky, 15, trying to pull the ball away from Fleury. They're going to say jump ball, possession arrow Bedford, but she really hit the floor hard.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing with those jump balls. They when two players are tugging at the ball at the same time and one stops, normally a reaction is going to be a body's going to move, and I don't think there was anything malice on that play, but certainly looks like she's okay. Programming note, as I was just informed, Bedford won 52-50 at the buzzer.
Oh, wow. So a game that was pretty lopsided early, tightened up really fast, huh?
Unless scores were misreported early, but nonetheless, Bulldogs coming away with the victory.
Well, they'll go at it again Monday, 7 o'clock right here at Bedford High Gymnasium.
Helps our programming marketing right there, right?
Nice. Suazo to Dubois. Back outside to Suazo. Under 5 minutes to go here in the game. That Kazajansky drives, and they're going to call a travel there. She got tied up with Fleury. It's another turnover here. Kazajansky and Dubois come out for Bedford, and we've got Lana McCarthy back in the game, along with Isabella King. Nope. Trying to see who else they got in there.
McCarthy came in. I think everyone else stayed. Or Marina Braga came in.
And then right there, Rania Barton putting away the rebound. Makes it 38-26. Central actually is kind of getting back into this game. Here's Lagoulon driving to the bucket. No good. McCarthy with the rebound, also no good. And Erin Fleury takes it away for Central. Finds Imam in the corner. She goes, puts up 2 and nails it. 4 points for Imam, and now it's a 10-point game. Central had been pretty much out of it. Now they're starting to claw their way back in. McCarthy, pass inside.
Oh, shoot that, Christina.
And instead of shooting it, Christina Braga moved her feet and turns it over.
Yeah, defensively, Bedford's doing okay. They've only given up 3 buckets this period. However, they haven't scored, unfortunately. And so some of the starters are coming back in to hopefully bring back some offensive firepower for the Bulldogs to give this game a little more ease feeling if you're a Bulldog fan.
And Botat leaves the game. I believe Johnson is back in now, and she's got the ball for Central. Pass inside there for Schneiderman. Imam now, another 2-pointer. A little too hard. She hit that one before. Rebound. And another rebound attempt by Fleury. Both shots miss, and instead the ball goes out of bounds off a Central player.
Yeah, great battle there by Grogan and Fleury. Similar players, very feisty, very competitive, very crafty in trying to get the basketball. And so it's been fun to watch those two go at it tonight.
3:25 left here in regulation. Isabella King back in the game. Drives, decides to turn around, put up the layup, bounces away, no good. And Fleury gets the rebound, beats McCarthy to the ball. She drives, sends it to Schneiderman in the corner for 3, and bounces, no good, bounces out. But Hobaz is able to get the rebound. Imam with it, driving to the bucket, puts up a short jumper. No, actually it was a pass inside for Schneiderman. It was intercepted by Grogan. Gets it over to King, inside to McCarthy. McCarthy, the quick turnaround, short, gets her own rebound and puts it up.
Pretty footwork.
That broke the 6-0 run there by Central here and put the lead back up to 12 points, 40-28 right now. Oh. And now all alone underneath was Hobaz, who I think got her arm hit on that layup. Another contact there. Hobaz on Marina Braga. That's going to be a foul on Central.
Yeah, Bedford a little lucky there as Hobaz slipped the cut and both Bedford defenders trailed the play and went out to the wing, unfortunately, but no basket nonetheless, and so Bedford ball.
Inbounded here with 2:22 to go. Grogan, King at the foul line, inside to McCarthy. Over
get
to
in there.
Braga. Christina Braga puts it in for her first 2 points of the game, and Bedford now extends the lead to 14. It's 42-28.
Yeah, McCarthy's got to be up to 5 assists too, and all of them are those kind of unselfish post passes when she draws the double, hitting the open body.
Now Jalen Johnson draws a foul, I believe, on McCarthy going to the basket. She's going to go to the line for 2.
I think
actually they're going to give it to Braga.
Yep.
Christina Braga is going to get that foul, her first. Jalen Johnson's first shot is off the mark. She has 5 points. And now coming into the game are Devlin McDonald, her first action, as well as Olivia King. So everybody on the Bedford roster getting some playing time today. Second attempt there by Johnson, rims out. Ball's loose, rebound by Johnson. She didn't make it at the foul line, but she puts in 2 on the floor. So she gets 7 points. And a quick turnover there on the inbound. 1:53 to go, 12-point game, 42-20, Bedford up. They can just slow things down if they want. Pass inside to Olivia King. Over to sister Isabella King. She loses the ball out of bounds. I thought she got bumped, but the officials didn't call.
I think her foot might have slipped on Fleury's foot there. She went down a little awkwardly.
Now Johnson brings it into the offensive end. Really in no rush here. You would think there'd be a little bit more urgency here. Now they get the ball out to Fleury. Drives the baseline, back outside for Hobaz. Her long 3 rims out. Olivia King had it momentarily. They're going to call a jump ball, and that possession arrow stays with Bedford here with 1:18 to play.
A big takeaway here, Bedford 5 on the floor. You want to see them as we got a timeout Central. But as I was saying, you want to see them just working defensively, boxing out, limiting first chance opportunities. You don't need to score at this point in the game. So if the shots don't fall, but it's important to be taking care of the basketball, making sure we're not giving turnovers, and then on the defensive end, limiting it to 1 opportunity.
On the Central side, I'm a little surprised they weren't a little more urgent there. I mean, 90 seconds is not a lot of time, but really it was a 4-possession game with a 10-point deficit. They could have tried to at least get a few shots off early and gave them, if they landed it, it would have given them a shot to make it a closer game. They've been trailing by, large single-digit deficits all game, but now they've got it. They had it down to 10. It's a 12-point game right now, a little out of reach.
Yeah, and again, I think some of that's kudos to the Bedford defense is having a hand in the face. Not obviously you want to rush shots, but if you got a defender right there, it's hard to just jump up and shoot the ball. And so if Bedford can keep strong on-ball pressure, they're going to make those possessions take longer than Central wants, and ultimately, hopefully, keep us in a situation where they don't have 6 more baskets.
Well, Central will inbound here. Jalen Johnson under her basket. Looking for a cutter. Had Fleury momentarily. Running out of time here. Got to get it inbounds. Does.
Great help side defense.
Botot, her shot is blocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Kazajanski doing a great job. Obviously, her lineup right now is on Fleury, which is arguably the best player for Central. But seeing the ball, having time to get there and hitting the ball away was a great defensive play.
Johnson again, trying to inbound it. Gets it into Fleury. Fleury waits. Dishes it outside to Johnson. Johnson traveling along the 3-point line. Now pulls out. Decides to drive to the basket.
Steps.
And they're going to say that's got to be. No?
Ooh.
They're going to call foul? I thought it was a travel.
Yeah, I thought the bump, again, kind of what we alluded to earlier. Sometimes it's questionable as to if the bump forces the travel or the travel forces the bump. In that case.
So Johnson goes to the line now. Try to get this down to a 10-point game.
Best case scenario, if you're Central, though, you stop the clock trying to score some points. Unfortunately, that didn't go in. But anytime you can go to the line, the clock is stopped. It's a great opportunity.
She misses her last 3 free throws. Gets the 4th one, though. That gives her 8 points. Minute to go here. Grogan brings it over the line, leaves it there for McCarthy. Over to Olivia King. King dribbles. Gets it over to Kazajanski. Driving against Fleury. Back over to McCarthy. Kazajanski again under the basket. Tries to pass it out. This is going to be an over the back.
Oh,
Nope.
they must have thought there was a tip somewhere. I thought that was going to be over the back. Yeah.
And now a foul is going to be on Johnson, making contact with Grogan there. And
Bedford had an opportunity. It's obvious Central's not trying to foul to extend this game. So if they
No.
can just take care of the basketball, hopefully it's an 11-point victory or more.
it's not a shooting foul. It's only 5 team fouls on Central at this point. Inbound to Grogan. She's being watched by Fleury. Stops into McCarthy. Down to Kazajanski, driving to the basket. The hook gets waved off. And they're going to say contact there on 33 on Schneiderman.
I believe so. Yeah, contact came before Kazajanski picked up the ball to shoot it. So on the floor.
So 24.4 seconds left. Inbound to Olivia King. Her shot misses, and the rebound goes to Johnson, who breaks it away for Central. Pass inside to Botat. Now outside to Hobaz. Her shot from 3, no good. Rebound by Kazajanski for Bedford. 8 seconds to go. Leaves it there for Grogan. Gets a foul in the process.
Kazajanski's going to have an opportunity to get on the score sheet here.
Right.
The 1-1.
It's going to be that foul put him over into the bonus. So 6.4 seconds to go in a 42-31 game. Kazajanski has a chance to score. She hasn't scored yet. We'll see if she can do it here. The 1-1. First one, no good. Rebound Central. 4 seconds to go here. A long 3 by Johnson.
Ooh.
Rims out, and that's the way we end it. 42-31 is the final. Good win here for the Bulldogs to finish the season now 10-3.
Yeah, they played really well, sound defensively. I thought the first quarter came out really strong, scoring a lot of points, setting the tone early in the game, and then defensively made it fit for Central throughout the game.
Sorry,
Again,
make that 10-2. I gave them a loss.
Correct.
They only have 2 losses.
BG and Central, yep.
10-2 is the final record here for the girls. A great way to finish their season up. Let's give you the scoring totals. Rania Barton with 2 points for Central. Emily Hobaz with 5. Lauren Botat with 5. Jalen Johnson scoring 8. Reham Imam with 4 points. Erin Fleury, she had 3 on the night, and Schneiderman with 5. On the Bedford side, leading scorer was Catherine Pennick. She had 16 for the night. Christina Braga with 2 points. It was 7 for Sophia Mumpini, 2 for Sydney Grogan. Sydney Suazo with 2. Isabella King, very uncharacteristic, only 2 points on the night. Like you said, they really focused on eliminating her from the offensive picture. And 11 points for Lana McCarthy. And that's the way we stand. So thank you very much for joining us. And we'll see you again when the playoffs begin here on Monday.
Yeah, and so these girls will be back in action. Bedford will actually play the winner of Central and Memorial, who will play here on Monday night at 7. And the winner of that game will advance to the round of 16, which Bedford will host here next Thursday at 7 p.m. And, to your stats, I think stat of the night for Bedford was just the assist. Although we don't have a final number, it seemed like every basket they made was off a great pass from a teammate. And so when you have quality passing like that, you're going to put a lot of points up. And to their credit, great bounce back after losing at Central 2 weeks ago.
Well, our next broadcast will be Monday. The boys will be hosting Central right here at the BHS gym, so we look forward to that. Thank you very much to George Cox on camera, Bill Jennings on graphics, Corey Parker doing the color with me. I'm Harry Kozlowski. Final score 42-31 Bedford over Central. You've been watching and listening to Bedford girls basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.